First question is coming from Casey Holdall with Trailblazers.com.
Hey, Damian, congratulations. Can you talk about the two points in the game really seemed integral to the plays you had? One, the shot basically from half court, and two, the steal there late in the fourth quarter. You need to talk through both those plays and their importance to you guys being able to get this one.
The deep three, it was just, I think it had gotten to the point in the game where they were doubling me before I even got to half court. You know, they just kept sending bodies. And I was trying to make the right play. I mean, we were getting great looks. We just weren't able to capitalize. You know, guys were shooting the ball with confidence, and it just wasn't going in. And they were coming down and scoring, you know, and I was, you know, just thinking, like, should I just keep making the right play, or, you know, is it time for me to start searching for a shot or for a look? And I just didn't want to be too passive. So when I was bringing the ball up, I was like, as soon as I see an opportunity, I'm just going to raise up. And they were kind of communicating who was going to pick up the ball, and, you know, they were pointing and stuff like that. And I just got to a spot before they could get to me, and I rose up. And it went in, you know, but it was it got to the point where I felt like I needed to start searching for opportunities. And then the steal, you know, I ran in to try to get the ball, and I ended up just staying on him full court. And when I was running beside him, I think he saw me with my left hand. I faked like I was going to try to tap it from behind. And then he crossed the ball over, and I didn't even end up reaching from behind. And then we just made contact, and I just went after the ball. You know, but at that point, I was like, we gotta completely sell out, because we can't let this game slip.
The next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Dame, the final buzzer sounds, and you put your hands on your knees. What was going through your mind then?
Shit, I was tired. I played the whole second half. I was just like, please miss, please get the rebound, and let's end this game. And you know, once I saw Melo come down with the ball, I thought it was a couple seconds left. But I guess, you know, the time that he released the shot, the ball was in the air. The clock ran out. So, I mean, I was just tired.
The next question is coming from Dave Ginneman with ESPN.
Hey, Dame, could you describe, like, what it felt like in the arena, what it felt like on the floor, even though there's no fans? Did it have the intensity of some of the bigger games you played in the past?
I mean, I don't think the intensity of the, I guess, the environment is comparable to, you know, what it would have been if we were playing in the Moda Center, I guess. But I think the tension that you felt on the court was there, which is the way I think it's going to be for the rest of this season. Just the urgency, the energy, the pace, everything just felt like something was on the line. But as far as what it would be compared to us being in an arena, you know, it wasn't the same.
The next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Was there ever a moment when they got a decent lead on you guys where you thought, oh my gosh, we're blowing this? Or did you feel confident the entire time that you guys were going to find a way to pull this out?
I was confident the whole time, but even when we went down 10, I was like, I might have to start putting my head down and making something happen. You know, but we kept preaching the same thing. You know, we got to start getting some stops. If we don't get stops, we're not going to have a chance. And I thought we was able to put a few stops together and give ourselves a chance to play in transition instead of letting them set up their defense and double teams and stuff like that. And once we got those stops, we was able to, you know, get to the rim, get fouled, get a few easier looks, and then get ourselves back into the game. And then I think once we cut it to like 4 and we settled in, we got to stop. And they were being aggressive, and I just I felt the guy chasing me over a screen, and I just rose up, and we got the 3 free throws, and we were down 4. And once we got to that point, I was like, all right, now it's just, you know, a matter of who's going to make the big plays down the stretch, who's going to do just a little bit more, and who wants it more. Was able to do that.
Next question is coming from Rachel Nichols with ESPN.
Dame, you talked about how tired you were at the end of this game. You got a day to rest, and you got at least 1, maybe 2 big games over the weekend. If you make it to the first round, what do you think the mental and physical sort of gas tank level is going to be, considering how much you've had to do in these past weeks?
I think I'll always be fine mentally. You know, I'm never concerned about that. I think physically we'll all be a little bit fatigued, but it won't be what it usually is. I think every year we go into the playoffs fatigued, except we're coming off 82 games. And right now, we basically had a 4-month break and a short training camp, and it's just 8 games. So, even though we will be fatigued because of how fast the turnaround is, it won't be anywhere near what it usually is when we get to the playoffs. I think, if anything, a lot of teams have been resting guys and sick guys and stuff like that. So sometimes it works in your favor to be the more active team and the more worked-in team. So I think that's what our mentality has to be after we get the play-in series done. So I think mentally I'll be fine. I think physically it'll obviously be some fatigue there. But I think it won't be as hard as you might think, because it's a lot riding on these games. So, it's almost like every game that we've been playing, our last 3-4 games, has been like our season is on the line. So once you get to the playoffs, obviously the urgency and the care is going to be there, but you're not going into it like, all right, if we lose this game one, we're going home. So I think it'll be a little bit better.
You guys doing 1 a.m. cold cups again tonight?
Yeah, that's where I'm going directly from here, straight to the cold tub.
We have one more question coming from Joe Varden with The Athletic.
Kind of along those lines, every game just about has been like this. What kind of toll does that take?
Man, I think I just answered it. It would be much harder if this was game 79, 80, 81, 82. Then that would be one thing. But I've been at home with my son every day and my family, working out in the morning, and my training is done by 1 o'clock, and then I go home and just relax. I've been doing that for 4 months. So as fatigued or as tired as we might be, it's nothing compared to what we've had to do in our playoff stretch.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Dan.
So.